going on, everybody? How's everybody doing today? Alrighty, long time no see. We missed a week of live streams. I was out on vacation. What's going on, everybody? How's everybody doing today? Alrighty, long time no see. Okay, looks like we're sounding and looking good. How's everyone doing today? Hope everyone's doing good. Hopefully everybody had a good week or 2 weeks there since the last time I was able to do a live stream. I was on vacation, but now we're back and everything is good. We got back yesterday, so I wanted to make it a priority to try to get a stream out today, just because I haven't streamed in a week now since that was the first time I missed a week in a while. But hopefully everyone's doing good in the chat here. I saw we've got a bunch of people already in here. Let's see, Clone Bricks, of course, Stashmo, JD is here, The Pencil, hello, Ben Brick, Scott Davis, of course. We got the usual guys. How is everybody doing today? 501st Lieutenant, Mr. Agent Bricks, and of course, Most Marvelous Mox is here as well. Hope you guys are all doing well and had a good week and some interesting Bad Batch developments, of course. I think today what we're going to do, as I'm noticing some things here on my camera. Okay. Plan for today is this was featured in the last episode, so my plan right now is to kind of work on this front area with the path and everything like that, because tonight I'm going to make a pretty big bricklink order and hopefully get enough pieces to finish the remaining buildings on the mock. I think it's going to be somewhere like around 1,000 parts or so that I'm ordering. That'll hopefully be enough to finish this mock, and that is all. I don't know if some of these guys are here yet, but Director KW, Michigan Bricks, I think Liam donated one time, so all you guys who donated, that's the only reason I'm able to make an order. That's for your guys' from your guys' donations. So huge shout out to those three guys. I don't know if they're in here yet, but because of those three guys, I'll be able to make a pretty big order here to finish off the mock. So I'm really excited. I'm gonna make that order later tonight. So I don't really have enough parts to kind of do anything on this building for now. So I'm gonna kind of work on this front area right here until those parts come in. So very, very exciting stuff here, guys. Let's see. Go ahead and read through the chat here. Hope everyone looks like it's just a bunch of hellos and some conversations going on. Let me go down over here. When it missed a Gavin stream. Awesome, Most Marvelous. I don't like to miss a stream either, but we're back, so we're good. Let's see. Thanks, Scott Davis. Yeah, it was a great vacation. We take a yearly vacation, and it was wonderful. It was nice to just kind of get away from things for a little bit. I've been doing a lot of the Lego stuff every week and a few other job things, and I've been very, very busy, so it was nice just to have a week to kind of relax and still did some work-related stuff, but still a nice week to relax nonetheless. So let's see. No, Most Marvelous, I didn't go to Brick Fair. So that vacation I just mentioned usually falls at the same exact time as Brick Fair, so I'm never able to go. But I hope everybody had a great time. It looked really fun from the social media posts that everybody was doing. I'm glad as a whole for the Lego community that Lego conventions are back, because that was a big thing for the Lego community is Lego conventions. So I'm really happy that the Lego conventions are back and hope everyone had a great time. And then we shall prepare for Brick World Chicago next year, which as of right now, there's going to be some awesome things that I'm going to bring to Chicago that I'm very excited to talk about, hopefully fairly soon. But all right, let's see. Oh, I see. Thank you, Scott Davis. I didn't notice that. Let me fix that real quick. So yeah, that thing's just basically telling me that I don't have a certain SD card in it. So I'm just going to switch that out. There we go. Thank you for pointing that out. Thanks for pointing that out. I might have not caught that, so thank you. Thanks for that, Scott Davis. All right, let's see. Clone Bricks got Finnish German, KFZ 55A, and Super excited. Oh, nice. Oh, you went to Brick Fair, Clone Bricks. Well, congratulations, man. That is awesome. I hope you had a great time. What was your favorite mock that you saw there? If you took a look around, that's awesome. And you got some World War II stuff for Brick World or Brick Fair as well. What was your favorite mock there? The thing I look forward to the most was like all the Beyond the Brick videos that are starting to come out. So that is awesome. Hopefully you were able to see some of the Empire Lug stuff. Everybody at Empire Lug was super excited with the display that everyone was able to do. So hopefully you're able to stop by and see some of those awesome builds, because I know people had some great stuff there. You gotta head out, Ben Bricks. No problem, man. Thanks for stopping by, man. Hope you have a good rest of your week, and we'll do another live stream next week. So hopefully to see you then, man. And thanks for stopping by. May the force be with you, of course. Good sir. Thank you. Thanks for stopping by, man. Need to do a 4-hour stream because you missed the last one. Well, I'll show you guys something. I did today actually do something. Went out to Walmart and got a few things. Since I got back yesterday, I wasn't able to go day one, of course, to get a certain things, but I did pick up 2 things. I didn't go too crazy because I need to spend the money on the muck, not on these other things, but Ahsoka vs. Maul duel. I did acquire that this morning. I wasn't planning on getting this, but once I saw it, the Clone Wars kind of like inside of me, the Clone Wars epicness kind of was like, you got to get that set. Show LEGO that you support these Clone Wars sets. So did get this one. The 2 figures, of course, are the reason to get this set, but it also includes lots of cool pieces as well. So we'll see if I keep the throne or if I'll kind of just use the parts from it. But of course, that kind of prisoner thing that Darth Maul is in also looks really cool. So got the Ahsoka versus Darth Maul, mostly for the figures, obviously, and then this is the one that I went there to get. This is the one that I've been looking forward to for a long time, ever since we saw those pictures. But the Mandalorian Starfighter, of course, I knew I had to pick this one up whenever I could right away. I don't have the older Clone Wars version. I wish I did, but now that they made this new one, I had to go grab it. And of course, all the figures look incredible, and I'm so excited to get those guys out. But I'm just generally excited for the ship too. I think the Mandalorian Starfighter is such a cool designed ship, and I'm really excited to see it in action. So yeah, I got these 2 sets earlier today. I almost got the Boba Fett Slave 1 as well, but I had to stop myself because I didn't want to. I couldn't spend that much money on Lego sets. I haven't gotten, this is like the biggest Lego set I've gotten in probably like 3 years, because I don't get a whole lot of Lego sets anymore. So this was like kind of a big thing, and I was very excited, and I've kind of like remembered that feeling of going to the store and seeing Lego stuff on the shelf and actually buying a bigger set. It just was very exciting, and I got that feeling back, and I haven't had that for a while just because I haven't really picked up any larger sets recently. I know this isn't super large, but I still consider it a fairly big set compared to just like the battle packs I usually buy. But very excited to build these sets. I was considering doing a build stream today, but I kind of figured you guys would probably want to see some Muunilinst related stuff. Now coming back to my other points from Most Marvelous, a 4-hour stream. Maybe I could do another live stream today or tomorrow building the sets. I'm not really too sure. I've never done a live stream where I built sets before. It seems kind of weird because you like building with the instructions and talking. But I don't know, it might be kind of fun to do like a late night stream. Like maybe we take a break and come back later tonight and do a stream building these. I'm not really too sure yet, but I want to get these built fairly soon because I have a couple things planned with them. But I'm just really excited for both of these, mainly the Mandalorian Starfighter. I just think that's I think that's a really cool set. But yeah, let's go back up to here, see what we got. Most Marvelous Bricks is making a Band of Brothers trench and a Band of Brothers trench mock and a D-Day inspired Japanese combo. Nice, man. That sounds cool. Pacific Theater, if that's what you mean with your Japanese stuff, that sounds really cool, man. And you're finishing up the Ryloth cinematic. Nice, dude. You'll have to let me know when you finish that so I can check it out. Super fun. Clonebrick says super fun at Brick Fair. Can't decide. All the Empire Lug stuff was insane. There was Saving Private Ryan. I did Beyond the Bricks. I did watch that video this morning, the Saving Private Ryan one. Brick Fair. I love all the military stuff there, so I always watch all those videos from there, of course. Most of the mocks were jaw dropping. Yeah, that's crazy, man. They were all cool stuff, dude. I'm really happy you're able to go. Oh, that's awesome, Clone Breaks. I'm glad you went because it's something that's just. It's something. It's hard to explain how cool it is, but again, I urge everyone to go, and I'm glad Clone Breaks were able to go and see that because it's truly something awesome to be able to go and see all those mocks in person. But Scott Davis, you're getting that set tomorrow. Nice, man. Nice. It's weird. The Walmart I go to never has sets. Like if I feel like every year I go to look for the sets and they're just never there. But for some reason this year they had all the sets there. So I know I stated before in the past I don't like the Bad Batch shuttle like in the Lego version. But I did see it on the shelf, and I really wanted to get it. but I stopped myself, of course. But yeah, it was cool. Yeah, say let's see here. Love the Mando fighter, Saving Private Ryan mock you saw in the vlog. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Beyond the Brick did a video. I watched that this morning. It looks great. What is your fave Star Wars sets? Let me consider that. I'm gonna think about that for a second, then we'll come back to it. We'll come back to it. We'll go back to it, JD. I just need to ponder for a second to try to remember which ones I like the best. I have like 3 that I usually like my top 3, but Tuscan Productions is here. What's up, my man? Hope you're doing good, dude. Tuscan is here. No need to fear. I love it. I love it. What's up, man? Hope you had a good week. Yeah, Mr. Agent Breaks. It looks like a good set. Obviously, I haven't built it yet, so I can't really say anything about it other than it looks cool, and I'm really excited. And I wanted to just buy these. You know, the Siege of Mandalore. I just wanted to kind of buy those, and as a Clone Wars fan, it was just nice to get those and show LEGO that hey, we like these Clone Wars sets. Now, of course, looking at these 2 sets, I'm like, man, I wish these would have came out when I was doing the Siege of Mandalore mock from 2019 because Paul and I always wanted to have a Mandalorian starfighter and build like the seats on the bottom of it that you see in season 5 where the seats kind of drop out and all the blue Mandos jump out and like fly down to the landing platform. I just never got around to buying like the older one off Bricklink. But like this would have been a great model to do that with. That would have been really cool. But same with the Ahsoka and Maul. Like I had to do custom Ahsoka and Maul for the Siege of Mandalore, but now we've got all these nice ones. All right, hello ladies. Late night stream, that'd be all right. We'll see. I don't know how that would work because I kind of have to. I've got a separate table over here that I would build on, so I'd have to figure out how exactly to set that up. But that might be kind of fun. In general, it was so much more impressive seeing those mocks in person. Forget about the Battle of Gettysburg. Okay. That's really cool. I look forward to all the military builds that come out of Brick Fair. It's going to be awesome. So, Scott, you built the Bad Batch shuttle. Not really as bad as... Okay, you enjoyed it? Well, the figures are great, of course, and I just wasn't sure about the shuttle, but I'm glad to hear you like it. That's good. Because it looked okay on the shelf, and I was like, ooh, that looks $100. I put it away. Put it away. I can't. You want this? I looked at the Bad Batch shuttle, and I just heard Palpatine in the corner. It's like... You want this, don't you? From episode 6 when Luke's looking at his lightsaber. Take your weapon, strike me down, and your journey towards the dark side will be complete. Just looking at it like, ugh. And of course, there's always the awkward, like, you know, a parent and a bunch of young kids come down the aisle and they just see you and you're just like looking at all these Lego sets and they're just like, well, aren't you a little old for this sort of thing? Like, yeah, don't worry about it. All right, let's go ahead and start this little path up here. I'm gonna go grab a couple of bins here so I can get started on this. Oh, I didn't even notice I got all my droids over here. Set those up in a little bit, possibly. All right. Let us see. Go ahead and grab some parts here. All right, so let's see. Even the road design, some of those, I don't order a couple more parts because even the road design is starting to get a little bit drawn out because of how many pieces it actually takes, but should be all right. Okay, got this. I'm gonna grab some of these. I'm also wondering. Sorry guys, we'll get going in just a second. I need to come and grab all of these different parts that we're going to be using. And then I need to grab some dark gray as well. And we'll grab some studs. Turn this on. Although I also am wondering, grab some of these. I actually don't even know how well, like when I walk over here, I don't even know if you guys can hear me, so that's always good. Okay, here we go. Now we're ready to build. All right, so I'm gonna put these there. So the way I've got my Lego, so if you can you see behind, kind of? The way I've got the shelves back over there, I've got it organized to where it's like bottom two are Republic, middle one's Separatist, and then the one above that is Rebellion, and then the very top one is the Empire/First Order. So I don't know where the Mandalorian Starfighter fits in on the shelves. So, like, I don't think I'd put it with the Republic ones, and I wouldn't put it with the Separatist ones. So I don't know where on the shelf that ship will go. So that is something I'll have to figure out. I don't have a Mando shelf. Maybe I should have a Mando shelf. Just with like the Mandalorian speeders. Honestly, how cool would that? Maybe there's no extra shelf, but it'd be really cool if there was a shelf where I could put like Mandalorian speeders, Mandalorian Starfighter, and I could just put all like my Mando figures, my custom Mando speeder from Siege of Mandalore mock. That would be cool. I've still got built all those shipping containers that we used, like those orange shipping containers from the Siege of Mandalore. I still have those built. I don't know why, I've just never taken them apart. They're pretty useful, honestly, for like stop motion scenes and stuff like that. All right. Pictures on Insta, yeah, that'd be cool actually, Scott. Yeah, I'm just interested. I was like, oh, the figures look so good, and I was like, nope. Gotta stick with the Starfighter. That's it. Nice, Tuscan. What are you building? I can't remember if you've said before what you're building. I'm definitely interested. British version of Walmart. Okay. Get the stick battle pack. Nice, man. Nice. Gremlin child. Oh, I thought you meant Sith. Okay, you meant Sith, not sick. Got it. Hey, Coconut Bricks is here. What's up, my man? Actually, just before the stream, got done watching your video. Looking cool, dude. It's looking cool. 442nd. I love the 442nd. So I'm always happy to see those boys in action. Hey, Bailey Stone. What's up, man? Welcome to the stream. Good to see you, my dude. Hope you've been having a good week. Brad Bricks is also here. What's up, guys? We're getting the usual crew back in here. I love it. I love it. All right. Let's see here. Awesome. I'm glad you're liking that building, Coconut. And actually, looking at this, I just remembered I need to fix something. As you can see, here's where that sand green line is over here. And there's where my dumb self put it over here. It's way lower, so I need to line those back up properly. And how many? I think it's just one up, so I need to quickly change that, hopefully without breaking anything. It always breaks something, but all right. Yep, Coconut's like, wow, that building looks so good, and then I just immediately tear it apart. I just gotta fix this one thing because it's been annoying me for so long, and I just haven't got around to fixing it yet. Oh, come on, Fordo. There we go. Okay. So I'm just gonna move this up because I'm stupid and just completely screwed that up last time I was building, so I'm gonna fix that real quick, guys. So that's been annoying me for my whole, like I saw it after editing and I was like, oh, I forgot to change that. All right, now we're talking. Now we're looking good. Okay. So let's get that back in position. It's a little fragile is my only concern with this part of the build. All right, there we go. Now we're lined up evenly. That looks a lot better than I did earlier. All right. Building Rhodia. Okay. Yeah, send some pictures, Tuscan. I always tell people, send me some pictures on Instagram. I'd love to see it. More 442nd on the way. Good. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I like the acclimator too. It's cool. This might sound weird, but I've always liked the frigates and the acclimators not more than the Venator, but I just really love just the single bridge up top. I really love it. Let's see. Hey, what's up? Let's see. Halit, I'll probably pronounce that very wrong. I apologize, man. Welcome to the stream. Good to see you. Hope you had a good one. JD says I'm heading out and I'll be back. Sounds good, man. So sad couldn't go to Brick Fair, but I hopefully go next year. Okay, yeah. I want to go to Brick Fair eventually, but who knows if I'll ever be able to. But Brickworld Chicago is where it's at. Although I know Brick Fair is really awesome. My bucket list on my dreams is to go to Brick Fair some year. But Chicago for now is the main one. You got some of the Somersets Brad bricks. Nice, man, nice. I picked up Ahsoka vs. Maul and the Mandalorian Starfighter right here. Really excited to build those. Haven't gotten like a decently sized set in a while, so that was cool. Although my Walmart never has clearance. I know some people have been getting like battle packs for like really ridiculously low prices, but of course I couldn't find any. I was really hoping to find some of those battle packs. I know they had the Sith Troopers battle pack was like on clearance at a bunch of people's Walmarts, and they were posting pictures of them, and some people found them for like $3 a piece. And I was just like, that is absolute insanity that you can find battle packs for that cheap at your Walmart on their clearance, because I never can. They never do it at the Walmart. Okay. Let's see here. Which ones did you get, Brad Bricks? I'm curious. Which ones did you get, my dude? Very curious. Very curious. All right. Let's see here. Hey, Jacob's Lego Mania. What's up, man? Oh, that's awesome. That is awesome to hear, dude. I can't tell you enough how much, if anybody comments like certain things inspire them, that's like my ultimate like thing I work towards is to inspire people to do all sorts of creative things, both like on the YouTube side of things and then like the other job that I'm working on for other things. So that is awesome to hear, man. Thank you so much for that kind comment. That's awesome. I hope you've been having fun building too. That's awesome. It's so cool. And thanks for stopping by in the stream as well, man. Routinish, what's up, man? Welcome to the stream. Hope you're having a good one, my dude. Coffee coaster out of Lego. You should make a business out of that, Most Marvelous. That might be a thing people buy. Like, see if you can mass produce those things and see if people will buy them, because they might. All right, I'm gonna have to move Fordo because I keep knocking down his helmet, of course. So let's see. All right. Also, this trooper right here, when I was doing the outro for my last video, it took me so long to get that set up. It was absurd how long that took. They just kept falling over time and time again. Pretty sure it was for the no, it was for the intro, so at least most people saw it, which is good. But hey, Life Bricks is here. What's up, man? Hope you've been doing good, Tyler. Hope you've been doing good. Saw you posted your new Rylith update. I'll have to check that out today, but it was look from the previous updates. It's looking pretty cool. So hope you're having a good weekend. Hope you had a good week as well, my man. Yeah, check it out in a little bit, Tuscan, for sure. I'm excited. Not many people have built Rhodia before, so that's actually kind of interesting. So let's see. Brad Brick's got Mando Starfighter, Bad Batch Shuttle, Boba Fett's Slave 1 Starship, and Imperial Hover Tank. Nice, man. Nice. That's a you got most of them, then. That's cool. Nice. Let's see. Legend himself. Yep, Life Bricks. Legend himself is here. Yeah, Most Marvelous. Just sell those. See if people would want to buy those things. That'd be fun. Pretty slow week on with Ryloth due to some family plans, but next week the rock work will be done. Nice, man. I'm looking forward to it. It's cool. I love to see you building again. I have to admit, man, it's so cool. Like building a large scale. It's awesome. I'm excited. Hey, Clone and Droid Bricks is here. What's up, man? Welcome to the stream. Hope you've been having a good week. Awesome. We got everyone keeps getting in here. I love it. I haven't really gotten any topics. I keep saying hi to everybody, but this is awesome. I'm glad we got a lot of people here on Sunday afternoon. This is awesome. All right, let's see here. Yes, everybody praise Coconut's Kato Nemodia. It's looking really cool. I'm very so. What's kind of what I was curious about, Coconut, when you were doing your mountain, was I saw you were doing kind of the sideways method, which I'd seen some people do before, and I'm never really sure how I felt about it, and I saw yours and I was curious how you were going to pull it off, but once you got like a lot of it done, and when I looked at it in the last two update videos, I thought it looked really, really good. I think you've hit that balance of like, it's not maybe as like many details as like if you were to build it the other way around, but I think when you step back and look at it for how big the mock's going to be, I think it's going to look really cool with the jagged edges and everything. So I'm excited for it. It's going to be cool. rockwork is my favorite part of minifig placement. I can agree with you on minifig placement, most marvelous, but rockwork is very tedious, and like I think I mentioned it a few times before, while I'm always doing rockwork, I always just get very frustrated because it's so tedious. But once it gets done, I'm always super excited about it. So, but yeah, minifig placement, you guys have heard me talk about that before, how much I think the minifig placement makes your mock either better or worse, depending on how you place your minifigures, and how if you don't have maybe the biggest or the most detailed mock, if your minifig placement's really good, that mock's still going to stand out from others because you brought life into it, and the minifigures really bring kind of this extra element out of the build to make it seem more lifelike and more detailed, even if you don't have the most detailed build. To me, when I see minifigures that are well done with a less detailed build, I still feel kind of happy and fulfilled with that video or Instagram post that I'm looking at, and overall thinking it's a really good mock. On the other side, if you have a super big mock and then you maybe don't set up the figures as much, sometimes that can take away from the mock. But I love minifig placement. I love going deep into how much that can make your mock better, how much it can detract from it, how much more you can add more layers to it through minifigure placement. I just love that stuff. So, all right, let's see here. Yeah, Tuscan, it looked like, at least from the set, the Mandalorian, the Ahsoka and Maul, that the actual pieces in the set look good. There's some grill pieces here, lots of light bluish gray cheese slopes and like wedge pieces or slope pieces, which is really nice, and just some cool pieces in here. So I don't know if I'll build the throne or like seat for Maul, or if I'll just use the pieces for other stuff. But either way, two great figures and good pieces. So we'll see, but that should be pretty exciting actually. Man, it's awesome. Life Bricks is so cool. It's awesome. It's like a little bit of nostalgia throwback, to like 2017 and 18, like all those like, Brick World 2000, probably 17. That was the first one I went to, and meeting you for the first time. But it's so cool. Any ideas for a mock after Muunilinst? Yeah, I've been throwing some stuff around, man. I've talked a little bit on here about plans for Muunilinst, and I guess I mentioned it last live stream, so I guess I'll mention it right now. But I really don't want to take this thing apart when I get done. I really want to bring this to a convention because I've never seen anybody build a Muunilinst large scale at Brick World Chicago. I've never seen one, and I don't know about Brick Fair Virginia. I haven't really seen any Muunilinst builds either, so I want to take this to Chicago. But that would mean that I don't really have anything for a build series to do. So kind of what I was thinking of is, I haven't fully decided this yet, but I'm wondering if I should, and the plan that I'm going with possibly right now is keeping all of this built, and then having like a big finale, and it'll be like part 1, and then we'll have a part 2, which maybe would start sometime in, I don't know, maybe the fall, November or October, November, probably November. And I essentially would be adding a whole nother section onto this build, and I'd build the giant cannon and then all the buildings surrounding it. That's kind of what I'm thinking about. So that way I have videos to post throughout the rest of the year until Brick World Chicago, and I still could bring this mock to Brick World. Kind of throwing around some of those ideas of, instead of just taking this apart and doing another mock, is just expanding it even more. I don't know if I'll have the pieces to do it. I'm going to have to order a ton more pieces to do that, but I don't want to take this thing down. I want it to go to a convention, so I'm throwing around a bunch of different ideas for that, but it's cool. All right, let's see here. Don't understand why there's Sand, Red, or Geonosian battle droids on Muunilinst. So let me see. It's mainly just from the 2003 Clone Wars show that these guys are featured. In the 2003 Clone Wars, they don't have these things. Oh, hey, Lifefrix, what's up, man? That is awesome. That is so cool. Lifefrix with the $9.99 super chat. Okay, I just set up the super chats like today, like a couple hours ago. So awesome. Thank you so much, Tyler. That's awesome, man. That's going, that's going right back into Muunilinst. I'm making a really, really big order tonight. So that's going to help with that. And I also have to order all the parts for the speeder bike charge and everything like that. So that is awesome. Thank you so much, Lifebricks. That's awesome. And I'll definitely be shouting you out in the next Muunilinst update video. But thank you so much, man. That means a lot to me. That's awesome. But yeah, these battle droids were just featured in the 2003 Clone Wars, so that's why I've had them spread out throughout the MOC for the thumbnails. But I don't have a ton of these, so I'll probably just use normal battle droids for the big final minifigure showcase. But yeah, they're featured in the 2003 Clone Wars show, which is why I've kind of put them here and there over the MOC. But all right, we're gonna go up here just a little bit. Okay, so my chat just caught up. So super chat came in. It's got a little kind of guy flying. That's really cool. I just set those up today, so that's awesome. Thank you so much, man. My set was missing a dark tan slope at the top. Okay. So I built what I could and used it for bricks. Okay. So dark tan slope on the top. Huh. That's not good. I remember back in Naboo days, go-to to watch for Shark Tank and AMC Movie News. Nice. I also used to watch like the, I don't know if you guys know like Collider, like they used to do their movie talk and movie news, and Jedi Council. I used to watch all those shows. So, and they still, and I remember watching those all the time while I built. So that's cool. Do you think Omega will eventually become a Mandalorian or maybe start her own clan? I don't think so. I think what's going to happen with her is she might kind of, how should I say this? I think she's going to kind of become her own Bad Batch member, her own soldier, if that makes sense. So I know people have done some cool concept art of like her own Bad Batch armor. I think that's what we'd see, is something like her kind of becoming a soldier, if that makes sense, maybe. I don't know what they're going to do with her, but I'm really excited about it. Oh yeah, sorry, Omega. Not Omega, Omega. Sorry, I completely butchered that. I'm so sorry, Tuscan. My apologies. Okay, so yeah, I just going past Life Bricks again. Thanks a ton, man. That's awesome. That means a lot. That's awesome. Nice, Tuscan. Nice. Omega. What's your favorite season? Wait, what's your favorite season ranked? Most Marvelous, you mean like Clone Wars? Or are we talking Mando? What do you think, man? What do you think? Do you mean Mando or do you mean Clone Wars? Clone Wars, I've got my favorite seasons, of course, but Mando, I still go back and forth between the two. Cheese on Top, what's up, man? I don't know if you've showed up recently, so thank you so much for joining the stream. Hope you've been having a good day and a good week. Let's see, what were you asking here? Would you recommend the latest episodes? I would. So we can get into it. We don't need to talk about the newest episodes if people haven't watched them, but I haven't really been enjoying the show too much for the past, before the past two episodes. I got so frustrated with that really, really weird episode where they got chased by all those bugs. I thought it was so silly and such a wasted. I just got so frustrated, and I kind of got super upset with the show, because the show has been so couple great episodes, and then it's just been these weird side missions that are just this dumb, and I could think of like 80 million other different things that aren't side missions, but that you still could do that would make things way more interesting, instead of these weird side missions and stuff. But that being said, the most recent two episodes I watched last night, because I was gone for a week, and they were really good. Part one of the finale was good, really good. So I would recommend, you got to power through some of those frustrating episodes. And of course, my biggest gripe with the show has been Echo and how they've mistreated him and really wasted him as a character. But I do have to say, the most recent, not the most recent episode, but the one before that, War Mantle, they did a little bit more with Echo, which was great to see. I was so happy to see Echo get some more development. So I would check him out. That's coming from me, who I've been very I've spoken my concerns on streams a lot about the show because I really want it to be good, and it's got such a good premise. And there's just been some episodes where I've just really been very perplexed on what the heck, why is this going on? But the last two episodes have been really good. So I would definitely say check out the two episodes if you haven't, or the last couple, depending on how many you haven't seen yet. So, all right. Oh, real life seasons. I got you, Most Marvelous. The fall or autumn. That's definitely my favorite. The Pencil, what's up, man? Welcome to the stream. Hope you've been having a good one. My birthday is also in the fall, so I just generally like the fall. In high school, it was always golf season, and I really enjoyed playing golf, being outside during the fall. So yeah, fall is always my favorite. Let's see. Yeah, Tuscan, exactly. That was very sad. Yeah, the part one of the finale was really good. I liked it a lot. I do have an overall, like, just, it's more of a lore, kind of a lore thing that's been really weird to me about the whole phasing out clones. I've always found that really not smart. I really liked the older, like, some of the legend stuff and, like, the Battlefront 2005, where they essentially still used the clone troopers, but they also cloned different stormtroopers from a variety of different templates. So that's why they were all different sizes and stuff in the original trilogy. That was their explanation. I did like that because to me, when you're cloning, I like that just because it's like, hey, you can just clone more, and there's like a really, not infinite, but like a really, really large army. I do like the idea of volunteered and draft stormtroopers because it relates to obviously real world history events with different dictators and stuff like that, and fascist regimes and stuff like that. So I do like the real world history implications to it, but from just a cool factor and epicness, I really like the idea of just cloning soldiers because you can make a ton of them and your army is really big. So I always found it very silly that they just kind of phased out the clones, especially this quickly. But of course the show went with kind of the newer canon where they just phase out the clones really quickly. I love the idea of clone troopers under the Empire. So seeing phase 2 clones working for the Empire, I would love to see that happen for like 5 years, or 3 to 5 years, instead of like, it seems they've been phased out very quickly. I would have liked to see them last a little bit longer and stuff like that, but I would play the old Star Wars Battlefront 2005 game. If you guys haven't played that through, it's obviously just a great game in general, but it's really cool, and I like the idea of them, like, after the clone uprising, that they stopped cloning those, like, the Tamora Morrison clone troopers, and they did like a bunch of different templates, which I thought was kind of cool. But again, I like the draft and volunteer things because it's like real world kind of echoes, so I do like that. But that was my only thing with the most recent episode. So if you guys have seen it and you know what I'm talking about, where it's like there's so much resources there, and it's like, I know it's like the Empire is kind of supposed to be not dumb, but like hypocritical, and they can't see, they're very, prideful, and they're like, yeah, we don't need that anymore. But it's like, well, a lot of the legend stuff and even the Battlefront game, it was like, actually, that was a really good resource that they used to keep making more soldiers. But for what the show presented itself, it was very emotional for everyone, I'd assume, but especially for Clone Wars fans, right? But all right, let's go back up here. Building a small Old Republic mock and a problem with building a angled rock / mountain. So explaining a little bit more what you mean, Jacob, and then maybe we might be able to get into it. And then kind of like, what pieces do you have what pieces do you have to build with for your rock pieces? Because that's going to kind of determine what type of design you can do. But there's a lot of different things you can do for mountains, and kind of there's multiple different ways where you can build it. So like Coconut's doing it one way right now where they're kind of sideways. You can do the more straight on version. You can do a snot technique. There's a whole bunch of different ways you can do it. So like what type of pieces are you using, and what's the mountain kind of based off of? And that might be a little helpful. Let's see. Yeah, Clone Brick, sorry, I haven't gotten back to that yet. I'll get back to that eventually. I was gone, so I wasn't able to, so I apologize for that. But I will definitely get up on that because that means a lot that I might be able to use your Fordo in the mock. So I'll get back to that soon, I promise. And you sent some pics of what you've been working on. I will check it out for sure. Echo is the hottest Bad Batch member. You're right, man. Especially his little robot arm. Wow, crazy. Fallen Summer, your favorite? Nice. Tech overshadows Echo. Echo is just my favorite because I'm a Clone Wars boy. Echo is my favorite, which is why I've been so frustrated that sometimes it seems like the writers never watched an episode of Clone Wars, especially when they just skipped over the 5 stuff. It's like you're missing out on some of the deepest and most tragic character stuff you can do between Echo and learning about 5s, but kind of skipped over it. But it's all right. Well, it's not all right, but I've kind of moved past it at this point. They didn't phase out clones. Luke wouldn't want to join the Empire, therefore getting rid of him, wanting to run off. So yeah, that's my other thing. It was more of just like, I like the idea of the clones staying around longer than they do kind of in the new canon. Like, I like the idea of them sticking around for a while, because I love the idea of phase 2 clones. Like phase 2 clones just going in and like occupying worlds and fighting rebels. So instead of them getting phased out, which I don't know when the Bad Batch, like how long it's been since the first episode, if it's been months, if it's been weeks, we don't really know. I like the idea of the clones sticking around for like 3 to 5 years, because there's like 19 years in between them. I would like the idea of the clones sticking around for a little bit longer and then having them fight side by side with stormtroopers, and eventually maybe the clones get phased out. But I do like that they're taking the thing from Legends where the clones are kind of like the training the new recruits. I do like that quite a bit. I just hope I wish it would kind of slow down and it wouldn't happen so fast, if that makes sense. Because I love, there's so much interesting stuff with watching clone troopers do horrible things. We've seen it with Order 66, but seeing them like occupying worlds and like, you know, giving out all these tyrannical orders and doing all these horrible things to citizens and fighting like freedom fighters. I just think it's a really cool thing that I kind of hoped they would dive into more, but it seems like they're kind of getting rid of clones even more now. And I was hoping we get the clone uprising on Kamino, but it doesn't seem like that's going to happen anymore. Unless somehow all the clones go back and then fight, but there's not really anywhere to fight anymore. So that was the other thing. I know everyone was so excited about the clone uprising, but now I don't know if we're going to get that on Kamino anymore, which kind of sucks, but maybe it'll happen somewhere else. I don't know. Grogu. Oh, Bailey. Uh-oh. We got Grogu sucks. Uh-oh. Shouldn't have been in the Mandalorian. Whoa! I know a lot. Like Grogu, is more of. So what I like about him is like I don't think you'd have a show without him. What I mean by that is Mando would just be Mando, and we wouldn't have gotten really any of that growth. Which, you know, admittedly, it would have been really cool just for a whole season to watch Din Djarin go and do bounties and stuff. But you wouldn't really have that progression of a story. So having him meet this kid and kind of having to change as a character, that's kind of the heart of the show. I think it is very exciting now that Grogu's kind of off with Luke, that we can see Din kind of operate on his own and not have to always worry about Grogu. He can kind of do his thing now. But something that I did discover recently and made me actually like the whole Grogu thing more, and I kind of see why they did it, was Mandalorian takes a lot of inspiration from a certain samurai series. So I've been, past couple, 6+ months, I've been really getting into samurai history and samurai movies. So there's a series called Lone Wolf and Cub, and it's I describe it as John Wick, like a John Wick samurai version, where the kind of the over-the-top crazy action and stunts, but with just katanas and swords and stuff like that. But in that series is essentially one really badass swordsman, and he's with his son the whole time, and he pushes him around in a little cart, and he always protects the son, and they kind of travel and they take all these jobs from different people. So it's very, very clear once I watched that where Mando got its inspiration is from that Lone Wolf and Cub. So that was interesting, I thought. But I didn't mind Grogu. I thought it did good for his character, but I can definitely see why you wouldn't. You're kind of gone that maybe you're happy that Grogu's not there anymore. But True Man and Mythic sobbed when Kamino got kaboom. Yeah, I agree with you, man. It was very sad. It was really sad. I was just like, I guess that happened, yeah. Fed Africa with my tears. Oh, God. It was sad, man. It really was, and especially the fact that clone troopers were the ones doing it, like they were pressing the buttons to actually blow it up. And are we saying rest in peace to Lama Su, the Prime Minister? They didn't really show what happened to him, so I'm not sure. Yeah, I got you, Clone Break. So I'll be checking all the Instagram stuff out after the stream, of course. So. Hey, G-Bricks, what's up, man? Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream, man. Hope you've been having a good week. Good weekend, good week. Hope you've been having a good one, man. Yeah, we do got everybody here, Tuscan. It's we got the whole crew, the whole gang's here. I love it. Probably should actually build a little bit more. That would probably be pretty helpful, huh? So I might leave some empty space just because I've got a couple, I've got those parts coming in, so I may leave some empty space here just to have in there so I can, when I get the rest of the parts in, I can kind of do that. But so yeah, now that once the path is done over here, I think that'll actually complement the building quite well, which is very exciting. So hope season 2 of the Bad Batch focuses on what you said, Echo learning about fives and yeah, it just seems like they're not really going to do much with him. And from the interaction that they had that was like 2 seconds long, it it seems like Rex and him already had that conversation and they just decided to skip over it, which is the stupidest thing I've ever heard in storytelling. Maybe not the stupidest thing, but one of the dumbest things. Because Rex tells him, he's like, yeah, Fives told me about the chips. I didn't believe him. And Echo's like, yeah, it's hard to believe still. And then they talk about Order 66. So they made it seem like they already had that conversation, even though that would have been one of the most emotional pieces of Star Wars content ever. But apparently they didn't want to have that in their show. For some reason. I don't know why. But I don't know. I've just kind of given up on that whole angle because it seems like they don't care. They're not really interested in telling that story, which in my opinion is silly because it is a super emotional thing that they're really missing out on. But I think season 2 is just season 2 is really gonna be about them joining the rebellion. I think you're right on that point. I think they're all going to join the rebellion, assuming everybody makes it out of the finale, of course. But I think they really are going to. The season's all going to be about them joining the rebellion. Let's see. Okay. And I hope they do, because I don't want to see any more of these stupid missions. Okay? Gotta get them on the rebellion. In my opinion, Echo would have went with Rex to join the rebellion. I feel like, I don't know. I just feel like Echo and Rex haven't really gotten much to do with each other yet. Like when they met, it was just kind of like, I don't know. It seemed like Rex is more connected with Hunter than he was with Echo, which also doesn't make sense. But I hope they join Rex soon because I just get rid of these side missions. Let's just get them in the rebellion. Echo finds out about Fives would have been phenomenal. Yeah, man, definitely would have. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Scott. He might have still been alive. That's what because we didn't hear him get shot or anything, but they closed the door, which was weird. I hope he's not gone because that would kind of, the clone rebellion might not really do anything. I don't know. I'm very curious to see how the season's going to end because there still seems to be a lot of stuff up in the air that hasn't really been fleshed out yet in terms of like the whole, like the Kaminoans going against the Empire. That seems to be over now. Because they've kind of gotten rid of all the Kaminoans now, it seems. And then, of course, we got to figure out how the Bad Batch is going to get out of their current situation, which maybe some of them don't. We don't really know how it's going to go down, but I'm really excited for it. I mean, just to see, and I thought this last episode, and the last 2 episodes I thought had the best animation yet. It was stunning, the animation. Like that mountain that they did looked phenomenal in the episode, not the last one, but the one before that. And then everything on Camino with the rain and with the lights looked really good. It was beautiful. Beautiful. Hey, NP Bricks, what's up, man? Welcome to stream. Hope you've been having a good one. Michigan Bricks is also here. What's up, guys? Hope you've been having a good one, good week, good weekend. But hope you guys are having a good one. Good to see you guys here. Good to see you guys here. All right. Any plans after Muunilinst? I haven't really thought too far out there yet. I've got about 2 or 3 ideas that I've had for a couple. I always have like a stack of ideas to always go to. I've thought of a couple ones, but it's kind of so far away that I haven't really thought too much about it. But I've got ideas. We'll see if I ever get around to them. But all right, Bailey Stone here. What do you got? In his opinion, the Clone Wars is one of the biggest mistakes making Mandalore Peace Planet. Okay. I think more clones versus Death Watch would have been really fun. That was something. I know there's a deleted scene where like Anakin gets ready to leave Coruscant with a bunch of guys to go to Mandalore, but then they stand down. It would have been really cool to see Phase 1 clones against the Death Watch because in the very first Mandalorian like episode that they featured in when Obi-Wan goes to talk to Satine, he talks about how he like brings out the hologram and it's like the Death Watch Mando shooting all over the place and he's like in a Republic frigate and he like blows up the frigate or something like that. ever since that showed up and like he just shows it on a hologram, I've always wished we could actually see that, because it would have been a single Mandalorian fighter running throughout like a Republic Venator, or maybe it was a frigate, and just blasting Phase 1 clones and like officers and crewmen. It just would have been such a cool scene. So I definitely wish we would have gotten that. But in my opinion, I actually do like that it was a peace planet, because we didn't really see that in Star Wars yet. Most of the sides have kind of generally chosen a team. Obviously in season 1 we had a couple of the Lurmen, where they didn't want to fight, they didn't like the war, they didn't like any of that stuff. So you got some of that stuff, but I thought making them pacifists on Mandalore was kind of more of a realistic approach, because obviously some places in history in the world were pacifists, right? And what I did like about that was, because their history was so violent and had so much violence in it, with like Mandalorian wars and everything like that, it made sense that they would try to push towards like pacifism and be peaceful. But because they pushed on that, they had a lot of corruption, and they never could achieve their goal, obviously, when we get to the Siege of Mandalore. And then, of course, now that we know from Rebels and from Mandalorian, there was this apparently the Great Purge or something like that, where the Empire must have gone in and wiped out a bunch of people. So in their ultimate pursuit of peace, due to corruption in their own ranks and political things and their corruption, they weren't able ever to achieve that goal, which is kind of the tragedy. So if it wasn't a pacifist planet, then you never would have got that arc of them trying to be peaceful and then ultimately never getting there, due to like the corruption that we saw in some of the episodes, and fighting within this, inner fighting with like the Death Watch and everything like that. So I personally kind of like that element of kind of that build up to them trying to get to peace and just never making it. But I can, from like the epic side of me, wishes it wasn't a peaceful planet, because then we could have saw more clones first Death Watch. But I don't mind it, Yo, dudes, the rebellion is pretty cool, pretty chill. Maybe you could like join or something. Nice. Lego builder and artist and TV director all have some things in common. The details. Nice, yeah. Yeah, I was gonna say Tuscan. I have no clue what that is, but it actually sounds kind of good. MP Bricks, you didn't watch Bad Batch? There's been some good episodes, and there's been other ones that just, have been, unless you mean the most recent episode, but it's going to be interesting to judge the season overall once it gets done. I'm actually looking forward to kind of breaking down once it's done and everything's kind of finished. It's going to be interesting to look back and kind of figure out what our opinions are of the season once it's completely finished, but it should be very interesting. Let's see, where can I buy those Phase 2 clones cheap? So in the mock, I've got the Phase 1 clones, but they're the realistic ones. Phase 2 is a little harder. I mean, all clones right now on Bricklink are absurdly hard to get, so that's a fair warning. I tried to look and tried to get a bunch more of just the regular realistic Phase 1 clones, but you can't. It's absurdly priced. All clone troopers right now are horrendously priced, so there's no way to really get them in a large, cheap quantity. That's just kind of what the reality is at this moment. The Clone Wars, the Siege of Mandalore from Clone Wars last year was the time when prices just skyrocketed. So you're not really, I'm sorry, I wish there was an option, but you're going to have a hard time finding large quantities of clones cheap. Now, if you only want a couple of them, you might be able to get them for a fairly good price. But even that, the prices are just really, really high. And I'm talking about Bricklink right now. Maybe they're different on eBay. I don't really use eBay. I primarily just use Bricklink. So maybe they're different on like eBay and stuff, but on Bricklink, they are just absurdly priced. So just a fair warning, a heads up to that if you're going to look on Bricklink. They're priced pretty high right now. Yeah, Michigan Bricks did put out his update today. I watched a little bit of it. I didn't get to finish it yet, so. What was the worst episode in Bad Batch is probably that one where they fought all the bugs. Thought that one was really weird. Just not good. Just wait for next week's. Nice. Awesome, Michigan Breaks. That one's going to be cool. Wish we would see a Basilisk droid, War droid. Do I know what those are? I don't know if I know. It's not really ringing a bell. What are those things? I don't know if I know what those are. I think Mando Season 3 is probably going to be about them going to Mandalore and trying to free it from the Empire's grip. I'm guessing that's what Season 3 will build up to, and then I wouldn't be surprised if we actually don't see them invade Mandalore until Season 4. That'd be crazy. Because I'm guessing there's going to be some sort of like climactic build-up where maybe Thrawn somehow gets to Mandalore, and then we tie in all those new shows. So you have like Mandalorian, the Ahsoka show, and they kind of team up and they go and fight Thrawn, who's maybe on Mandalore now. I'm guessing it's going to be like a whole tied-in cinematic thing where they all kind of join together to retake Mandalore, maybe. I'm not sure. Okay, G-Bricks. Are you putting in a courtyard so you can see into the mock? So G-Bricks, did you leave the comment about possibly moving one of the buildings so you could see the middle of the mock? If so, I have been considering that. So you can like look in the middle of the mock. The reason why I kind of moved some of the buildings to make them closer to each other, at least that's the plan, was because when looking at screenshots, the Muunilinst streets are very, very narrow. And the buildings are fairly close to each other, and they kind of stack up and do all these weird things. There's not a ton of like open areas. Once you get into the city, there's a lot of narrow streets, kind of like a World War II, like Italy type thing almost, or like a Greek city, obviously with the buildings and such. But so I kind of wanted to replicate some of those narrow streets. So like down here, this would be a pretty narrow street. I've got some more going this way. But if I move, so I've got this building right here, and then this is the outline for another kind of tower type building. And then up here off screen, I've got the outline for a pretty large building, and it's kind of going to stick out, so it's going to be right in the middle of the mock, kind of. So it kind of goes close to all these other buildings because I wanted to get that kind of cramped building feel. But after reading your comment and looking at the mock a little bit more, I'm wondering if that's the wrong approach, and maybe I should actually leave the middle open so you can see all the way through to the end, and it won't be as realistic, but it'll be better for camera angles and such. I'm not sure yet, so I'm still kind of thinking through all that different stuff, but. All right. My way of Phase 2 Iron building is those 4-pound helmets, and Firestar clones. So they're helmets from Firestars and Clone Wars ARF Trooper bodies. Okay, that actually is pretty smart. The Phase 2 cloned helmet, or the Phase 2 CAC helmets is a really good idea, though. I have a couple of the Phase 1 helmets for my Clone Troopers because, like, I might just end up getting a bunch of Clone Army Custom Phase 1 helmets and putting them on all of my, like, Phase 2 bodies, like my old Phase 2 Clone Trooper bodies. I know that's very, very wrong, but, like, might not have a choice. And plus the old 2005/2007 Phase 2 Clone Trooper bodies, which are these ones. It's, like, my all-time favorite. I'm pretty sure this torso is the same exact one as the Phase 2 Trooper that they made in, like, 2002? Like the super old Phase 2 Trooper, or Phase 1 Trooper. I'm pretty sure they use the same body, so technically I think this would work. I know it's not going to be 100% accurate, but for going on Lego stuff, like their Phase 1 2002 Trooper and their Phase 2 2005 Trooper, I think have the same torso design, but just because I'm not, like, you can't get any in a large quantity. And for a mock like this, where there needs to be a lot of clone troopers, it's just not an option for me to get, like, the realistic Phase 1 clones, because you just can't, it would cost me so much money, it hurts just thinking about it. So I think I'm just going to get helmets and try to get some different torsos and such and do that, because it'll end up being cheaper. But yeah, Tuscan, I'm pretty sure you would be the first large-scale Rhodia. I'm pretty sure. So I got guys selling real clones of Brick Fair for a pack of 5 for $40. Nice. That's actually pretty cool. You'll find a lot of good deals at LEGO conventions too. I don't know what Virginia does, but I know at Brick World a lot of people trade and sell different stuff like that. So sometimes they're official vendors. I remember last time, gosh, this was 2019 now. They had kind of like a vendor, or they had like a buy and sell thing where for like on the Friday in the morning from a certain time period, they set up a little section where everybody could go sell and buy and sell and trade, like with different people who were there that were not vendors. And that's where I got, like, there was some I think that's where I got, I can't remember if I got anything or not from that, but I know a lot of people got some great deals from that. But bro, I just dropped a 2x4 brick and picked it up with my foot. Nice. Yeah, G Brooks, that's what I'm kind of wondering too, is you wouldn't be able to see some of the buildings if there's stuff in the middle and stuff. I don't know. That's why I'm kind of thinking about it, but I'm glad you commented on that, and because it's really made me think about it. So, episode 15. So this is Melbourne here. Episode 15 has some ups and downs. Okay. I watched it last night, and all I really remember is kind of most of the end stuff, and like when they kind of stopped the Camino, you know, uprising. I mean, they just kind of took all the Kaminoans away, which was interesting, but. Yeah, I was also going to agree. I was going to bring this up. I thought the new like Stormtrooper design was really weird. I loved that there was Clone Commandos. Finally, we kind of skipped over that, but Clone Commandos, that's awesome to see because it's like they avoided that in Clone Wars at all costs. They were like, we're never going to show a Clone Commando because Delta Squad was in there for like 2 seconds and that was it. And then of course we saw Gregor, but I was so happy to see Clone Commandos. They looked so beautiful in that animation. It was awesome, except for they were using the wrong blaster. Oh, they're so close to getting it right, and it's just like they're using a normal Clone Trooper blaster, and they don't have their Commando blasters, which was really weird. I got very excited when we saw Scorch, so... Scorch was cool, but it's like, alright, where's everybody else? I just want to see everybody else. But Scorch he was awesome to see, and he was kicking ass, of course, so that was awesome. But I did find the design of, like, I don't know what they're calling, maybe they're calling it like a Phase 2.5, maybe. And I just thought it was kind of odd. The helmet's a little odd shaped, so I don't know how I feel about that yet. We shall see, but I do agree with you. The Force Unleashed had some really cool designs in there for like early Stormtroopers. Who do you think would win in a fight? Fist fight and gunfight. Gar Saxon versus Captain Rex. Terrain would be Endor. It's hard not to just say Rex because we've only seen Gar Saxon do a couple of things and then he got captured. So I'll probably go with Rex, even though I feel like in a hand-to-hand, Gar Saxon would actually do pretty well in hand-to-hand. I don't know, my heart tells me Captain Rex. I'm not sure. Ewoks would side with Rex, that's a good point. Yeah, he'd burn the forest with the flamethrower. Yeah, that'd be a fun fight, though. Hey, Panzer Strike Productions, what's up, man? Welcome to the stream. Hope you've been having a good weekend, good week. Hope everything's going well with you, man. Yeah, it was only for the people who displayed, because I believe it was Friday, so it was before the public days, and it was like really early in the morning, and I just happened to stumble. There wasn't like an announcement or anything, I just kind of walked in and saw it happening, so I was like, oh, that looks kind of cool. Rex was on Endor in Star Wars canon, yep, Return of the Jedi. They kind of changed that, which is cool, that he's in there now. It's awesome. Good old Rex. That's good. Make that a meme, dude. Where send it to me on Instagram or something. Cause that's really funny. That's really good. Bad Batch or Commandos? Yeah, they are. I think the armor is like. Seeing Scorch was awesome. Yeah, he was cool. I just want to see the rest of them. I want to see Boss. I love Boss and Sev, of course. But that was another thing. This opens a possibility to something that I was actually considering. Was once they lost Crosshair. I was wondering, like, when he turned, you know, when he was Empire, I was wondering if they were going to replace him with Sev. Like, if the Bad Batch would stumble upon Sev, like on Kashyyyk or something. I really thought that would be cool if they kind of, Crosshair was gone, he's part of the Empire, and maybe they picked up Sev, like a new sharpshooter. Like, if they had a mission, like, if they had to go to Kashyyyk, maybe they were trying to help out some Wookiees. And maybe they stumble upon Sev, and they rescue him, and he becomes part of the team. But I don't know, I hope we see the rest of the Delta Squad. It'd be so cool. You could put a destroyed building and crashed gunship into the gap maybe to represent there being a building there. It's an interesting point too. The only thing was in the show, it's very, like, gunship is in the middle of like almost like a square. And like there's not really any buildings they crash through. That would be really cool. I don't know. So many decisions to think about. New Armor's helmet looked like a mix between Bakara's helmet and a Stormtrooper helmet. Yeah, it had like kind of the back thing going on, but it still had some interesting things on there. I don't know, it was interesting. Sev was supposed to be dead on Kashyyyk, yeah. He is your profile picture, that is right. But I like to think Sev survived Kashyyyk, but... What's up, Cats and Rex? What's up, man? Yeah, Delta Squad would just be so cool. Okay, I gotta plug in the computer real quick so we don't lose power. But yeah, my prediction was that they were gonna somehow find Sev sometime in the Bad Batch show, and I thought that would have been really cool. But you know, what's interesting is the question has always been, and forgive me here, I haven't read any of the like old Republic Commando books. I know there were some novels. I never really read them. I played a little bit of the game. I haven't finished the game, the Republic Commando game. But I always wondered what they would do on Order 66 if they went through it. I know there's some Legends books about it, but I never got around to reading those. But I would love to see Delta Squad. I almost would wish that they would work for the Empire. I know it sounds weird, but I think it would be really cool if Delta Squad was with, like, obviously we saw Scorch, but like if the rest of them still were fighting for the Empire. I think that'd be so cool. Like Delta Squad is like going in and like wiping out, you know, a bunch of like rebel insurgents or like Saw Gerrera's fighters. Like then Delta Squad like breaches a building and goes in and wipes them out. It'd be so cool. Let's see, sorry, I'm gonna get back in the chat here. Since you're making a 03 mock, I wonder for 2022 episode 2 set, we need the speeder, chase, and update Zam Wessel minifigure there, or Zam minifig. That would be cool. I was really hoping that they would do something for 2022 for a anniversary, but I don't know if they will. I don't know if they will. I know 2013 was the last time they did like the whole episode 2 wave. It'd be so awesome if they did another episode 2 wave for the 20th anniversary. Oh, see you later, G-Bricks. Thank you for stopping by, man. Oh, Lego Sword dropped 250. Nice. Good luck with that, man. Have some fun. Hope you have a good day tomorrow, getting all the stuff you want. Awesome. Thanks for stopping by, man. The force be with you. 2023, we need 03 Clone Wars sets. You know I would like that a lot. That'd be really cool. Yeah, that would be cool. Crosshair is like, all right, you guys don't have a sniper anymore. I'll jump in with you guys, and then Bad Batch's like, all right, Crosshair, you're gonna join him? Well, guess what, Delta Squad? We're gonna take Sev. So yeah, Brad Bricks, that's a great point, and I was wondering this myself. They haven't even, like, usually they do like the character posters of people sometimes. Like with Cad Bane, I know they did one, but they haven't done anything with Scorch. And like, that was Scorch. That was clearly Scorch, but I don't know, it's weird. Yeah, they that's why that episode to me was just so silly with that new guy that took over the whatever Sid's place. I just thought it was, and the Pikes were just like, we'll let him go. You will? Yeah, sure, Jacob. I'll definitely check it out, man. After the stream, I'll check it out. Yeah, they did try. That was such a cool episode, the Sifo DS episode. They did try to kill Dooku. That was awesome. What a good episode that was. In Clone Wars Season 6, Lost Missions. They're like they're super high up on like that bridge thing, and they're like all fighting it out. That was a great episode. But and maybe Season 2 they'll get into this more, but like the whole criminal underworld has kind of been left. Nothing's really been done with them yet. So like Pikes, we've gotten a little bit of them, but I'm wondering if we can get more. Black Sun, obviously, and then Crimson Dawn. They have the Dryden Voss model done from the Clone Wars episodes. From Siege of Mandalore, we saw Dryden Voss as a hologram. So I'm assuming that they'll start to go into Crimson Dawn soon, but I am not sure. And it looks like our battery is running low, so we'll have to change that pretty soon here. Actually, I'll just change it right now. Avoid the trouble, and I'll change it right now. Change the battery. Alright. But I don't know, I think we might see the Crimson Dawn just because they have the model done. And same thing with like Kanan and his master from the model in Clone Wars. We then saw them use those same models for what was I gonna say? For the first Bad Batch episodes. So I wouldn't be surprised at all if they heck? Sorry, I guess I'm gonna have to do all my settings again here. Sorry guys, 1 second. But I was just saying, I wouldn't be surprised if, since they already have the model done, if they'll go ahead and just do some stuff with Crimson Dawn. Because the other thing with Crimson Dawn is we don't know when. I don't think we know when Darth Maul took over Crimson Dawn. Somebody let me know if I'm wrong about that, but I don't think we know when he took control of Crimson Dawn. So I would love to see Crimson Dawn in Season 2. I just think that would be so cool. Awesome. All right, we're back. Sorry, guys. Apparently I had to rechange everything when I changed the battery. But I want to get into more of their criminal underworld stuff in Season 2. So hope we get more into that. All right, we're back. Let's see here. Scott Davis also agrees Attack of the Clones wave would be quite awesome. Tuscan always coming in here with the best stuff. Hey, what's up, Spherical Bricks? What's up, man? Thanks for stopping by. Hope you're having a good one. Hope you had a good week and a good weekend. They said it was just a normal commando. They did? When did they say that? That is absurd. Although, maybe they literally were just like, all right, we're going to do the same markings as Scorch, but it's not Scorch. That would be so stupid. I don't know, to me, that was Scorch, so. I did see that Kira did reappear in a comic, which was really cool, although my only stuff with that is, like, I just wish it's cool that it's in a comic, but at the same time, it would be nice to get that stuff in live action or animated instead of a comic, you know, but it's all good. Most Marvelous, thanks for stopping by, man. Hope you have a good rest of your week, and of course, and Force be with you. Thanks for stopping by, man. Hope you have a good one. Probably chatted the most on the stream, and half of it was crappy puns. Bragging about my mock. Hey, I don't mind it, man. You keep doing it. You keep doing it. We owe you for the amount of times we've talked poorly about certain Lego sets that include Tusken Raiders, so keep going for it, man. I don't mind the puns, I like them. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Clonbricks. I couldn't exactly remember when he takes over Crimson Dawn. Let's see. Bailey's saying, do you know we saw a Mandalorian Neo Crusader helmet in the Clone Wars? Arcor Ahsoka was captured by trains. Oh yes, there was a lot of cool things on the wall. When those episodes are interesting. I remember as a kid, I was just like, hey, whatever. You know, I was like, let's get to more of the clones battling. But because that first episode in that arc, they're on Felucia, and it's like the Wolf Pack, and they've got their jump packs, and then Rex and everybody's out in the front with Anakin and ATTE, and it's a really cool. Plo Koon's there. It's a really cool start to the episode. But now going back, I definitely appreciate those episodes for Ahsoka's character. Like, the best part of that series, or that arc, in my opinion, is the very last episode after Ahsoka gets rescued. Her and Anakin kind of have a nice little moment where they kind of do this like little bow and acknowledgement of each other. And I thought that was a really, really cool little scene. So let's see, I'm gonna go grab a couple more pieces here. We are starting to run low. I gotta get those pieces ordered tonight so I can finish up a lot of this road area because we are running quite low. All right. Gotta head out, Brad Bricks. Awesome. No problem, man. Thank you, Brad Bricks, for stopping by, man, and thanks for talking in the chat. It was good to catch up with you again, so thank you so much for joining, of course. May the Force be with you, my friend. Hope you have a good rest of your week. Bro, bring that Tatooine battle pack up, I dare you. I don't know what battle pack you're talking about. I don't ever remember there being a battle pack that featured Tusken Raiders or Jawas. If it did, that wouldn't be considered a battle pack because I don't know many people that want to army build Jawas when there's all these clones that they haven't done yet. So if LEGO ever did that, it wouldn't have been considered a battle pack. So yeah, I've never heard of a battle pack, or at least a real battle pack that featured Tusken Raiders and Jawas. So if they did that, man, that would be really bad, because why would that wouldn't even be considered a battle pack at that point? Alright. What was the first time seeing... Yes, it was the first time seeing Chewbacca in Clone Wars. It was. And I remember they led... It's so weird how they used to do things. They showed Chewbacca off in all the trailers to hype up, to get people to try to watch it and let people know he was in it. Because I remember seeing, like, next week on Star Wars The Clone Wars, I don't know how many of you guys remember that. These, like, at the end of each episode, it was like, next time in the next episode of Star Wars The Clone Wars. And he was always in the trailers, and they showed Chewbacca in that part. I was like, oh, that's cool. Hey, the pencil. I love how you just put the helmets on the clones. Yeah, it's cool. My collab partner Paul kind of started that technique, 2018 on our E-Tains mock. And since then, in all my update videos, I've been trying to mess around with it, expand a little bit more on it, and kind of try to put my own twist on it, and really work on trying to get the figures looking really cool so they can kind of add more to the mock. So it's definitely really fun, but it definitely takes a lot of time setting up those intros and the outros for the videos, but I'm really glad to hear you like that stuff, so that's awesome. Thanks, man. Hey, Clonebreak, see you later, man. Thank you so much for stopping by, man, and of course talking in the chat, and I'll follow up on Instagram with you for sure. I'll check that out after the stream here, but thank you so much for joining, man. Hope you have a good rest of your weekend, and of course, may the Force be with you, my friend. Have a good one. In that battle pack, that Jawa and his face, dub hood. No comment. Alrighty. But yeah, I don't know if you guys remember that back in the day. It would always be like, next time on Star Wars The Clone Wars, or on the next episode of Star Wars The Clone Wars. Like, it was always, it's so nostalgic for me. It's just so cool. On the next episode of Star Wars The Clone Wars. So awesome. It's those small little things from the Clone Wars days where it's just like, those are the good old days. Let's see. Right. So I don't know if... I think JD put the question in, so I don't know if you're back in here yet, JD, but I do remember you put a question in that I said I would get to later. I think it was like favorite Star Wars sets, so if you're back in here, let me know and I'll get to that question. I just now remembered it. I was like, wait a second, I'm pretty sure there's a question I skipped over, and I was like, oh yeah, JD's question. So let me know if you're back in here yet or not, JD, and I'll go ahead and answer that question. You might have to resend it though, because I don't remember exactly the specifics, but I'm pretty sure it was something about favorite set or something like that. Let's see. Yeah, exactly, Bailey. That's just like Order 66, where the clones just surround the Jedi, and the Jedi can't really do much about it at that point if they're surrounded. Now imagine you're surrounded, so you're taking blaster fire from all sides, but at the same time, you've got Mandalorians who have their jetpacks. So not only is it just blaster fire from the ground level, but now you've got Mandos jumping up and flying and trying to attack you from higher levels, higher altitudes in the sky. So a lot of things to worry about if you're fighting a Mando. So I recommend that you do not pick a fight with a Mandalorian. I just think that would be an unwise decision on all fronts. So there's my advice to everybody for the day. Don't pick a fight with the Mandalorian, especially multiple Mandalorians. You're probably going to regret that. So. Let's see. Need to grab a couple more 1x2s. Oh, I don't know if I have any left. Oh, we got one. Look at that. One more 1x2. I don't know where the webcam is. There we go. Let's see. I have room to put. There we go. All right. All right. Not if you have plot armor. That's right. Plot armor is a very powerful thing. Let's see. Question was top 3 sets. Sounds pretty familiar, actually. Northcott, what's up, man? Welcome to the stream. Yes, that's a great emoji. Let's see. See you later, Panzerschreck. Thank you so much for stopping by, man. Have a good one, my dude. Thank you for stopping by, talking in the chat. Hope you have a great rest of your week, my friend, and may the force be with you. Not a problem if they don't use their jetpacks and run head-on like the battle droids, yeah. Oh, well. It's my programming. Best line. Well, battle droids, they do, admittedly, they do have some funny lines, but overall it is nice. I always enjoy it a lot more when the battle droids are a little more menacing. Like, to me, episode 1, battle droids are my favorite out of any other iteration of battle droid. First off, their voice is just awesome in episode 1. Open fire, you know, on Naboo. Check it out, Corporal, we'll cover you. Like, their voices are just so awesome in episode 1. And they're actually pretty menacing in episode 1. And then we get to episode 2 and 3 in Clone Wars, and now they just kind of got the high voice. It's like, eh. I know why they did it, because you got to make something goofy in Star Wars, and it's the battle droids in this case, but I just love episode 1 battle droids. I think it's the best. Everybody leave his UK? Oh goodness, it's late there, huh? Yeah, Bailey, same. I'm in the same probably time zone as you. That's the same for me, but I guess, yeah, for our boys in the UK, it must be pretty late. All right, top 3, what was it? Top 3 sets. Lego Star Wars sets, the turbo tank. I'll just go for the ones I have, because there's a couple I don't have, like the dropship, and of course the Republic gunship, which look like the UCS gunship looks awesome. And the Republic dropship, of course, that in the the older 2007 MTT, all of those ones are great. I don't have those, so from my collection, we'll go turbo tank from this is the Clone Wars turbo tank from like 2010 or 11. I can't remember exactly what year. I think it was 2010, and maybe 11. I can't remember exactly. But the Clone Wars turbo tank. There's too many good ones. The AAT from 2009, great set. And then like the ATTE and the Republic gunship from 2013. And then of course the special one in my heart is the Republic or the Anakin's Y-Wing Starfighter. If you guys saw that Lego Look Back episode, that one is one of my favorites. But Clone Wars Turbo Tank is for sure my favorite set. Like if I had to pick a favorite set, I absolutely adore that set. For many reasons, it's a great set. Right. I'm putting in their time zones. Nice. Yeah, Force Unleashed, I've played both of them, and I really do enjoy those games. I think they're so much fun. Even though they're not really the canon anymore or anything like that. I guess I just said the canon. I've never said that before. Even though they're not technically canon anymore, I think the stories are great, and plus just absurdly fun slicing up stormtroopers. It's so satisfying in that game to slice up the stormtroopers. There are no words for how awesome it is to slice up stormtroopers in that game. Fallen Order, it was really fun to slice up stormtroopers, but I don't think it's not as fun as it is in The Force Unleashed. I'll put it that way. In The Force Unleashed, it's just incredibly fun. But yeah, I don't know if I could pick which one I like more, because I actually enjoy. I mean, both of them are really good, so I don't think I could pick one. Like if I had to pick, do you like The Force Unleashed 1 or 2 better? I don't think I could pick, because they're both really fun. Both really fun, great games. Alright, don't know how well you can tell, but I'm starting to fill in this section up here, which is nice. We'll probably go for a little bit longer here, and then we'll close it out, but let's see. Hey, JD, you're back. Well, I think we just answered that question that you put from the beginning of the chat, because I forgot about it until a few minutes ago, but I think I just covered it, about favorite sets. But essentially it was the Clone Wars Turbo Tank, the AAT from 2009, and then either the 2013 Republic Gunship, 2013 ATTE. Those two are really great, and then of course Anakin's Y-Wing Starfighter has a special place in my heart. But in terms of sets that I don't own, the obviously the UCS gunship looks great. The 2007 MTT has always been one that I've kind of dreamed of. That looks awesome, especially with how many droids it came with. And of course, the Republic dropship with ATOT. That one is all-time great as well, of course, but never got that one. That one was like really expensive, but one of the best, like just one of the best sets. Especially how many minifigures came in that set, like Clone Troopers. And then like same thing with that MTT. There was so many droids. Like you'd get regular battle droids and you got some security battle droids. It was just, what a great set. What a great set. All right, let's see here. Goodness, this is getting very difficult with running low on some of these pieces, so I kind of have to be smart on how I do this. Get that out of there. Get this out of there. Oops, and that just flew off the table. Reach down here and grab it. And then let's put, let's see, there we go. This bin that I have right here is from Brickyard Chicago 2019. Look what I just found in here. Just got one of the Darth Maul's Mandalorians. I remember I bought a bunch of to like test around. I got a bunch of just these torsos just to have as extras, because the full figures were really expensive. But so I've got a couple of those, but of course we didn't really have to use any of them because we were super fortunate to work with Tyler from CAC to have that deal we had set up with him where we could use some of his figures at the convention from Brick World 2018, which was one of the coolest things I've ever done, because that was a dream come true for me, and Paul as well, to work with Tyler from Clone Army Customs, because we've loved his stuff since we were kids. We would talk about, I remember anytime like he had any new cool things come out, we'd always get on the phone and talk about it, Paul and I, and we'd debate for hours about which one we would get, even though we couldn't afford any of them. So that was such a fun time working with him for Siege of Mandalorian. To be able to use those new figures was really cool. Let's see, because we used at the time he just got done with the red Mandalorians, and then he didn't have any of the 332nd, well, he had the 332nd troopers, so we used a couple of those, and then we used the 501st, which is the Ahsoka 332nd helmets, and then we just used normal Death Watch blue Mandos, because those weren't out yet, but great figures. Alright, let's see, I actually got most of this area filled. I think the rest I need to fill with parts I don't have yet, so that's good. Let's see, anyone else wish Star Wars was more dark? At times, yes I do, but at the same time, George Lucas said it's made for kids, so kind of have to just go with it. But at times I wish it got a little more dark, but Star Wars has some dark stuff, especially Clone Wars, you know, and Episode 3, but yeah, we really have, Tuscan. It's been fun. We had everybody pop in today. Luke Skywalker's home was supposed to be in a jungle, but George Lucas didn't want to do all the acting and stuff in a jungle, so they picked a desert instead, huh? No, I like it, Tatooine. It makes, from a story perspective, I think Tatooine's, especially when it's the whole thing of like he wants to leave Tatooine just because he doesn't feel like there's anything there for him, and when you get pictures of like a hot desert, in like the frames of the desert and the hot desert, you kind of get that feeling of like, okay, nothing is really here that's sustained. Like there's nothing here that would make you want to stay. It's a hot wasteland of a desert, so you want to leave. There's nothing like lush or green or anything or water, like anything bright colors. So it kind of plays in with the whole him just wanting to leave. Then of course C-3PO and R2-D2 being wandering in the desert. What a desolate place this is. Fun fact, I'll go on another little side tangent about samurai films real quick. George Lucas got his idea, I think he's spoken about this before in many interviews. He's gotten a huge inspiration from Akira Kurosawa, who did Seven Samurai, and he's done a lot of other awesome films. I've only seen the samurai films that he's done, but most of the samurai films he's done. There's still one I haven't seen yet. But anyway, Akira Kurosawa has a film called Hidden Fortress. And George has talked about many times how he got inspiration for a lot of things in episode 4 from Hidden Fortress, which is a samurai Japanese movie from Akira Kurosawa. So if you do ever get around to watching Hidden Fortress, you'll notice a lot of the Star Wars comparisons, especially with C-3PO and R2-D2, and how you kind of follow these two characters who are like the lowest of the low in terms of like a social kind of hierarchy type thing. So in the Hidden Fortress, the film starts off with two kind of just lonely, everyday kind of, I don't remember if they were a peasant class, but can't remember if they were farmers or whatever, but they were kind of lowest of the low, and you kind of follow them, and they bicker back and forth with each other all the time. They're kind of wandering the desert, this wasteland. So then you can see that pretty heavily in Star Wars with 3PO and R2-D2, and then there's a kind of a Princess Leia. You can kind of see a representation of her in Hidden Fortress, where they kind of have to protect this princess kind of, but she's part of a family of like a leader, like a clan leader, and you kind of have to follow her around, protect her. You've kind of got this like samurai who protects them with a sword and spear and everything. So it's kind of got all these different elements, which is very, very interesting. But a lot of Akira Kurosawa's films are on HBO Max. So if you have those, I would check them out if you think you'd be interested in some Japanese films, especially samurai era stuff, which is awesome. And of course, Star Wars has had so many, like there's one Clone Wars episode, I think it was called Bounty Hunters in Season 2, that's pretty much Seven Samurai, but just in Star Wars. Same with the Mandalorian episode in Season 1, where you first meet Cara Dune and they kind of defend that village. That's also Seven Samurai, essentially, in Star Wars, so lots of good stuff. In the documentary, all they do is complain about the desert, yeah. Especially if, like, when 3PO and the Stormtroopers, like, they have to wear all that costume and stuff. It's got to be so, like, just hot under those costumes. It's got to be crazy. Yep, Twin Sun shot, exactly, yeah. Thankfully we chose a desert, yeah. Alright. Let's see here. I think we are good. One other thing I'll kind of mention here for you guys who have stuck around. In a few weeks here, I'm going to have to head back to college. We are doing in-person classes once again. So over the last year, we didn't have in-person classes, which was kind of unfortunate. But the good thing about that was I was able to do all my schoolwork from home. So that meant I could be with my stuff and make videos all year long. So I do have to go back fairly soon. And obviously I'm not going to have, like, it's going to be away from the collection here. So video stuff might have to change, unfortunately, which really sucks, especially when I've taken all this time and I've really built up the channel consistently uploading. So pretty soon here, I'm going to have to go back to college. Video uploading might change. The live streams might change because it's going to be kind of hard to do live streams from my place where I'm at in college. Now, I'm very determined to find a way to do live streams because this is like one of my favorite things to do. So I'm going to try to figure out a way to do live streams when I'm at college. It might just be a different setup, and you're not going to have the cool epic background, and obviously I won't be able to do Muunilinst like a live stream in college. But right now I'm kind of determining what I want to do in college. I want to bring some stuff with me. So last year, before I went home, like we were still doing a lot of stuff on campus, kind of, I brought the 501st Troopers and did like Coruscant, did like a 504, like the Project Nightfall, which I'm still working on. But I'm not going to be able to bring that with me just because at this point, Muunilinst has taken all of my like dark gray and all my light gray is all on Muunilinst. My dark gray is pretty much also a lot of it's on Muunilinst, so it's going to be really hard for me to do a Coruscant thing because all the parts are on Muunilinst, and Coruscant has like light gray and dark gray all over the place, so it's going to be really hard for me to do that. So I don't think I'm going to take that with me to college. I think what I'm going to do is do something separate, whether that be a World War II build series or something along those lines. I'm not really sure yet what I'm going to do, but I want to bring something with me to college so that I can make some sort of build series while I'm there, and then maybe still do live streams. But of course, I'm planning on the weekends. I don't know how often. I don't know if it's going to be every other week. I don't know if it's going to be every 2 weeks. I'm going to come back home and spend the weekend getting a Muunilinst mock update video, and of course, when I'm home for the weekends, I'll be able to do live stream for Muunilinst. So I'm going to try to come back home as often as I can, depending on the school schedule, so that I can work on Muunilinst and get those videos out to you. But I just wanted to let you guys know who are here on the stream that I'm going to be kind of trying to figure out what I'm going to do at college, and if it seems like I'm not as active, it's not because I've lost interest or anything, it's just because I'm away from the collection. So I'm really trying to figure out ways so that I can make videos while I'm at college, and then when I come home, have a way that I also can obviously come back and do Muunilinst stuff. So I'm really trying to figure out, really got to figure out how I'm gonna cover that. But I just want to let you guys know. And the other thing is this week and next week, I'm essentially going to be working probably every day, trying to get videos done ahead of time so that when I do go to college, if I get really busy, I'll still have videos to post. So like my goal is to get like 2 or 3 Muunilinst mock updates done. That's a lot. So I don't know if I'll be able to do that in a week and a half, but I'm going to try to get a couple of those done. I want to get a start to finish episode done. I want to get a look back episode done. So I have a lot of work ahead of me in the next week and a half because I want to get a lot of videos done. But yeah, lots of stuff. I don't know how I went on that side tangent, but I just want to let you guys know that college is coming up, so I may have to make some changes, but I made a promise today. I said I'm going to do pretty much everything I can to keep things going and try to keep the momentum, but it's going to be kind of hard just because I'm going to be at college, but I'm still going to have videos out. I just don't know what the schedule is yet, and that's what I'm kind of going to be figuring out these next 2 weeks while I'm working my arse off to make videos ahead of time. So, all right. Old laptop background, used to be Twin Suns, nice. Yellow Brick Road cover, nice, that's cool, that's really cool. YouTube is a side job. Yeah, I make a little bit of, I got monetized, I hit the threshold like a couple weeks ago, so that was exciting. That was something I've been working towards for a really, really long time, so I do apologize that you guys have to watch ads on the videos now, but who knows, I don't make a ton yet, but, and of course your guys' donations are just like, I started the live streams and I didn't know if people would actually want to do any donations or anything, but you guys have been really cool and supportive, so and that's the reason I'm going to be able to make a decently sized order tonight, so I can finish out Muunilinst because of all your guys' donations and stuff, so I appreciate that. But yeah, people ask me, like, what do you have any things? Yeah, I'm a YouTuber, full-time YouTuber. It's like, huh? Kind of treat it like, not like full-time, but like pretty much all I've done for the past, let's see, at winter break, I kind of came home and took classes from online for the rest of the year. So since that point, and even last year when everybody was locked down and everything like that, what was I going to say? Since everyone was locked down last year, I remember I think I had like 23 straight uploads, which was like something I'd never done before, like 23 straight uploads each week. So for the past like year and a half, I've really been doing as much as I can on this. I kind of wake up and edit and work as much as I can on this, but yeah, I love it. That's why I do it. I love it. I also love interacting with you guys in these live streams. It's so much fun, and the comment section too. But yeah, I just love building and I love making videos. It's awesome. Imagine a cult in Star Wars about Jar Jar, then have like thousands of people and couldn't get Jar Jar. What the heck? Your questions are starting to have a theme and it's worrying. Don't worry, proceeds to hide Jar Jar mask behind back. Would you like to join my charitable organization? Oh, that's funny. I was reading it and I was like, oh yeah, okay, that in Star Wars might be interesting. I was like, Jar Jar? And they're like, yeah, people with Jar Jar masks. I was like, Jar Jar masks? And then they just jump. I was like, what? It's like a story as that unfolded. That was funny. ads on YouTube have gotten worse, like 2 per video, but you're used to them. I apologize, man. I apologize, but yeah. The other thing that YouTube was starting to put ads on the videos before I even I don't know if they did this to all channels, but before I even hit the threshold, they would put ads on the videos, even though I didn't even like put them on there myself. I just did it automatically, and no money was coming from it. But then once I hit the threshold, it came. But don't worry, guys. I'm pretty much big leagues now. I'm like $2 on a video. But it's just something like just when I started when I was a kid, I was like, oh, fucking make money on YouTube, and it's like even if it's just like $2 on a video, it's like it's so cool. Get back to you on that, Bailey. Yeah, man, Bailey, maybe the next stream, maybe we could take another vote and see if anybody wants to join your Jar Jar thing, but not sure. It looks like Scott's a little hesitant, and Tuscan's calling you straight out. Tuscan might hit the FBI pretty soon and have them go to your house, but honestly, Tuscan might hire a bunch of people to dress up as Tuscan Raiders and then go raid your house. It's like, look for 8 Jar Jar masks. Next thing you know, we come next stream and Bailey's not here, Tuscan's here, and he's just making really weird, funny jokes about Bailey and Jar Jar masks and Tuscan Raiders and stuff. Honestly, what we need to see is Tuscan Raiders versus Gungans. That would be fun. Proceeds to buy another Jar Jar mask. Bailey, that's a charitable organization. I just very busy at the moment, and I do love Jar Jar Binks, but he I might have to decline for now. But oh, here we go, Michigan Bricks. Hey, Michigan Bricks, what's up, man? Money for parts. Hey, thanks, Michigan Bricks. I was just talking about this. You're arigatou gozaimasu. I'm taking Japanese as practice right now, so that means thank you very much. So Michigan Bricks, thank you, man. You're a legend. You've donated many a times as very generous, and you're a beast, man. You're a beast. Yeah, speaking of charitable, yeah, Michigan Bricks is a beast. I mentioned, I don't remember when you arrived in the live stream, but at the beginning of the live stream I was talking about how I was going to make a pretty big order tonight, and I gave a shout out to you and Director KW. I think Liam had donated a few times before, so I'll kind of reiterate it right now, but essentially I'm making a pretty big order tonight for parts to finish Muunilinst, or to finish some of these buildings, not finish Muunilinst, but finish these buildings, and it wouldn't be possible without you or Director KW, and Tyler donated earlier today too, so that's the only reason I'm going to be able to order these parts tonight to, sorry, I was just messing with this, to finish these last 2 buildings, because I've ran out of parts pretty much for sand green and stuff, so it's really only because of all those donations from you guys. So again, thank you so much, Michigan Bricks. You are a beast, man. You've been through pretty much all the streams and all my videos and such, so I really appreciate it. While we're talking about Michigan Bricks, I think we talked a little bit about it earlier here today. I was in the middle of his video kind of right before I started the stream. I was watching his video, but he's building a Collar mock right now. I would recommend everyone go check it out. No one's really built that yet in large scale. It's the first episode in the Bad Batch on that snowy planet and everything like that. So I know he put out a new update today. So I'd recommend everybody go check that out right now, because Michigan Bricks is a beast, and I think you're getting fairly close to 1K, right, Michigan Bricks? So everybody go check out Michigan Bricks, just because he's a beast at building, and he's making good videos, and also he's been very generous on all these live streams. So thank you so much, Michigan Bricks. Yeah, you're right. We'll get some love for Michigan Bricks in the chat. There we go. See you later, NP Bricks. Thank you so much for stopping by, man. I really appreciate it and talking in the chat. Hope you have a good rest of your weekend and a good week, man. Thank you so much, my dude. May the Force be with you. Are you sure about it? Yeah, I'm sure, man. I love Jar Jar, but he scares me a little bit, because I think he's a Sith Lord. So I do... Jar Jar is very cool, and he is humorous at times, but he also scares me a little bit, especially if you look for the signs. Jar Jar is a Sith Lord, so I feel like your charitable organization might have some roots in Sith. Palpatine might be getting in there. I don't know, man, but Jar Jar is a Sith, so I don't know what that means for your charitable donation, but I appreciate the offer. Live up to the hype, Michigan Bricks. There you go. Less than 200 away. There you go, man. There you go. That's going to be awesome when you get there, man. That's going to be awesome. Latest episode, he built the void. Oh, with all the black plates and everything like that. Hey, Clones and Droid Bricks. Just rock some Battlefront 2. Nice, man. Nice. We talking OG Battlefront 2, or you just mean EA's Battlefront 2? EA's Battlefront 2 is fun, but of course I'm an OG Battlefront fan. Those are my games. I love Battlefront 2 is probably my all-time favorite game. I probably played the most hours on that game. I also love the first Battlefront, but I didn't play it as much when I was a kid. I just didn't have it. I always just played Battlefront 2, but over the past couple years, Battlefront, the original, like Battlefront 1 from 2004, became available on Steam, so I've been playing that now. It's just a great game. I love those games. They're so good. Cherry's Pyramid Scheme. Yeah, I'm telling you, it doesn't look good right now, Bailey, because right now you've got ties to Darth Jar Jar, so I just want to let you know, you might want to be careful, man. You might want to be careful. Darth Jar Jar he manipulated the whole Senate to vote for, give emergency powers to Palpatine, so don't know if we can trust it. Really, Clones and Bricks, so you like the newer one? You like them? Nice. Yeah, I wish EA hadn't stopped support for the game. The game had so much potential, this newer Battlefront. Just now, they just kind of stopped their support for the game, which really sucks. Just because the game is good right now, and there's so much more potential they could have done, and they just abandoned the game, which really sucks. But and who knows if we'll get a Battlefront 3 now, which sucks. EA's done not a good job, in my opinion, with the Star Wars license. Fallen Order was really good, but again, who knows when we're going to get a sequel for that. And then just the Battlefront games, it took them years until the game became really good, and then they just abandoned it right away. So that's a little sad. But all right, guys. So I think we're gonna close it out here fairly soon. Gosh, I keep knocking. So that's what I mean. I touch anything with the way the helmets are done here, and they just fall off immediately. So like, I've always talked about if I were to just film me setting up the intro and the outro for all my Muunilinst mock update videos, because I always set up the figures for that stuff. And if I just set up a camera and you just watch me set these up, it gets very ugly sometimes with how long it takes. Like for instance, this ARC Trooper right here, when I was doing the update video a few weeks ago, that guy took so long to set up because he's like leaning on the battle droid right there, and there's so many times he knocked down. I was just like, oh, I get so frustrated. But it's still fun. I still think it's worth it. But yeah, maybe that would be someday some like exclusive thing. It's just like setting up a camera, watching me do the intros and outros, and keep watching as every time I slowly touch a figure, their helmet just plops down and then knocks down another trooper, and then they all fall down. The helmets are gone. You just have like 4 clones standing in a line without a helmet. It's just like, ugh, it's so frustrating. Oh goodness. All right, but I do want to let you guys know that we are going to close it out here. Stay tuned for a couple more videos. I don't know whether or not I shall live stream building these tonight or tomorrow. I'm not sure. I kind of just want to build them like right now, but maybe I'll wait and do a live stream on them. I'm not entirely sure yet, but we'll have those built. We'll see if I do a video on them. If anything, I'll probably do like the showcase that I did last year for the 501st Battle Pack, where it's not a review. It's not anything where I just talk and give opinions on the set, because you guys have seen a million of those videos. It's just me setting up the figures in the set, and I do all these cool sliding cinematic shots with really cool lights. If you want to go back on the channel, I did a 501st one last year for the 501st Battle Pack, so I might do some with those. Otherwise, stay tuned. Probably, I mean, again, like I said, I'm going to be working ahead of time to get a whole bunch of videos done in ahead of schedule so that I can have some to post once I get to college. But I'll be working very heavily this week and next week. Hopefully I'll be able to get a Muunilinst mock update video out this weekend. I want to give a huge shout out to all you guys who joined and talked in the chat. Again, these things don't work without you guys talking in the chat, and it's awesome that these work because you guys are talking in the chat. And when I started, I wasn't sure if people would want to talk or interact, but you guys are awesome and interacting. So I thank all of you guys so much for a fun and awesome discussion and putting in the chat. Real quick here before we head out, I'm going to replay these real quick. So huge shout out to Tyler Lifebricks for donating the $9.99 on Super Chat. There's that little message right there. So huge shout out to Tyler. Of course, if you guys haven't checked out his channel, obviously go check out his stuff. He's awesome. Met him at Brick World in 2017 for the first time, and he was an awesome guy. And then, of course, Michigan Bricks, who I hope someday to meet at some sort of LEGO convention if you ever go, my man, to Chicago. That'd be awesome to meet you. He also has a channel, as I mentioned earlier, so go check him out. Here's his message. We'll replay that. So huge shout out to those two guys. Again, I'll be making a big order tonight, and those donations go a long way towards that. So thank you so much to you guys, Michigan Bricks and Life Bricks, for donating. Of course, thank you, all of you, for joining and discussing in the chat. So we'll go ahead and try live stream next time. But as always, leave your feedback in the comment section below. Hope you guys have a great day, and may the force be with you always. All right, force be with you, everyone.